and welcome to the Royal Geek Podcast. I am your host tonight, Justin Sandoval, aka Sandy, and tonight I am joined for the anime edition by Trevor McGee.
What's up?
And JD.
D&B.
There it is, baby.
There it is.
Dave and Buster's.
All right, Dave and Buster's.
Our sponsor.
I wish, yeah, no. But anyway.
They're going out of business, so it'd be okay. It would make sense for our size podcast to be sponsored by a failing restaurant business.
That's a good point, actually. Good point. So, we are here tonight to do an anime podcast. And I think we always go 1 week too long between podcasts for anime edition. But
it's been a while.
It has been a while.
The people might say multiple weeks too long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. We are on video right now, and yes, we are in a different location because
we've moved.
Yeah, Trevor, he hooked us all up tonight. What happened, Trevor? What did you do?
So I think I've said this before on the podcast. I have ADHD, and so sometimes I hyperfixate on things. And tonight, I hyperfixated on where are we going to sit.
Are you sure it's not because of them burning down the old Sandy mansion?
No.
Well, the people finally got to it. It was insane. He tried to pull like a Fidel Castro situation, like a Bin Laden, go into the caves.
Oh, wow.
But it did not work. Yeah. They got the mansion. They caught him. We got him out via some hijinks. Yeah, it was Hunter-esque hijinks.
It was crazy because Trevor trained the crows. Like, it was something
we had
spectacular.
Hitachi style.
Kite was here. Kite's now dead.
Yeah.
It was a whole ordeal.
Ouch, dude.
But yeah, so...
Spoiler alert.
We're actually in the kitchen, guys. So we moved from a little like lounge room, playroom area to a kitchen because Trevor hooked us up with all of these Japanese delicacies here.
Yeah.
So where'd you get them from, Trevor?
Yeah, it's a place. We're in Georgia. It's called Tesso Life up around Gwinnett, Duluth. It's super dope. It's a pretty large supermarket full of Asian food, figurines, all the types of things that you would want, as well as like you can get imported tea glasses, dishware, cooking utensils, cleaning supplies, shampoo and conditioner. It's a super dope store. If you are interested in Asian culture at all, or just prefer to change things up from what we normally get at Target, that's the place to go. Yeah. Also, I would argue that we're in the kitchen because we're cooking.
Oh, for sure. So Trevor, how was the experience when you walked in there? Like,
it was crazy. No, it was really cool. Something that I was kind of cognizant of and aware of. I didn't want to be too touristy. Like, one thing I don't want to do is like appropriate someone's culture or like be like some kind of like gawking at someone else's way of life. But via anime and then just kind of the growth and the melding of different nations and things and all that, like it is something that's interesting. And as I've gotten older, I used to be super against it. Just because I was a chicken nuggets and fries kind of guy. As I've gotten older, I like to try different foods, which leads you into different cultures and ways of life. And so it was super interesting. I had to break out the Translate app. So shouts to Steve Jobs, rest in peace, brother. Because and then the new guy, Tim Cook. Who's not cooking. The new iPhone sucks.
a lot of people said they like it though.
It's literally the exact same as the one that I have right here, but that's fine. Go off, King.
Right. Anyways, I like my 14, but it's fine.
I'm drinking this, what is this, mango sparkling water, and it has Nami on it. Like
sipping on Nami.
Who wouldn't want to sip on this Nami?
I got Sailor Mars, which, as I've said many times to these guys, and probably on the podcast, as a younger man, my preferred of the sailors. 10 out of 10 times.
Sorry, I got one of the most beautiful gentlemen around.
You asked for that. You had the option, and you chose.
Yeah. And I do not regret my decision whatsoever.
Yeah, you had the choice between Nami and Zoro, and you leaned hard into Zoro. So
I'll take it.
That's good. I like that. So anyway, so you may see one of us reach into one of these bags and pull out some stuff throughout the podcast. You may hear a crunch.
Takoyaki.
Yeah. You may hear a chew. I don't know. You may hear a drink. But anyway, we'll turn quickly into that podcast there. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we are here to do an anime podcast, and our topic tonight, well, you know what? It's just anime talk. We're just here to kind of talk about what's going on around us in the anime world. What are we doing? What are we leaning into? What are we watching? What are we listening to? Like that, just that kind of stuff. We're just gonna go with it, and we might end on. We've entered spooky season, Halloween season, right?
For sure.
So we may talk about some of maybe the scariest anime characters that we've come across in our.
We definitely need to talk through. Yeah, we need to talk through your preferred anime Halloween I think partner. Like, who would you want to trick or treat with?
Oh,
yeah. That's on the spot. That. That's off the dome.
And who would you want to cosplay as?
You know what?
Who would you want to cosplay as?
Can we start that off?
Well, let's go.
That's a good topic.
Let's do it. It's spooky season.
Okay, we'll start with some spooky. We'll end with some spooky. So JD, you seem like you're ready to go.
I have
with this
two,
one,
actually.
Oh, really? Who to
trick or treat
It's
with?
a package.
Okay.
Goten and Trunks.
Yo, yeah, actually,
it's a package deal.
We can end the podcast because that's probably the right answer.
That is the right answer. Yeah, dude, they would
for sure
clowning. They would be,
and they could fuse and do the Gotenks ghost.
Man, they would be
which would be spooky.
Yeah, that's true.
But fun.
They could send those ghosts house to house.
Man, they would blow up if you touch them though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which would be funny. Again, like would you be a terrorist?
Somebody tries to hand out an apple and you just send the ghost.
No.
Crazy enough, even how they are now. I don't. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert for you guys. Is not reading the super manga. Have you guys been keeping up with it?
I'm 16 days to the next drop. I'm excited.
I'm
behind.
They've been giving like some of the backstory to Goten and Trunks now because they're in high school. Like they're actually there now. This is the first time we've seen an older Goten and an older Trunks, and
long overdue.
This is leading us into, of course, the new movie that they just had,
right?
The Android movie. So this is a big thing that we finally get to see how they got introduced in the movie. We thought they randomly came up, but now we see how they took part in that whole thing. But even them, I think I would definitely like the whole aesthetic with Goten and Trunks. I think that would be great.
Good. At first in the movie, when I realized they're going to do the manga and just rehash the movie, I was a little bit disappointed. But they have actually eliminated some corners
that we missed,
around the movie, which has been super cool. So now I'm actually pro this. I want more anime to do this. I think it was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Trevor? Who would you want to go trick or treating with?
All right. I can't live up to that answer. I'm trying to think about it. I can.
Tough.
No, I can. I can. I'm gonna do a package deal.
Okay. All right.
Gon and Killua.
I knew it was coming.
Gon and Killua. Same energy.
You know what? I'm okay with that. I think that's a great package deal.
So, yeah, you're right. Same energy.
The exact same energy, and also like, the same energy. I think absolute great time. Hijinks would be had. Killua specifically, he would get us into trouble, which is what you want if you're going to go unbound on a Halloween night. You want to have fun trouble.
Yeah.
He's not trying to hurt anybody. It'll be fun.
Okay. I feel like I got to go package deal too.
Okay, yeah.
Trevor may not be fully into this, but I know you've kind of dabbled a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Chopper and Usopp. I would definitely go with those two.
Dude, his ghost stories would be dope. Usopp would have some ghost stories.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like Usopp telling some crazy ghost stories, but like Chopper and Usopp, when they're together and you guys are like, they're clowning around, like they are each other's hype man. Like it is insane. You can have a good time about that.
Yeah.
So, I'm definitely picking those two. So.
All right, so send it back to JD. Who are you cosplaying as?
Oh, there you go.
Who would be a good cosplay? Are you talking about as like me actually cosplaying or as a joke?
Let's make it two-sided because there is what do you want to do that maybe you can't do for whatever reason, and then what can you do that's like attainable and realistic that you would want to.
So I talked about Darby. I think he'd be a dope cosplay.
Plus, you had to dye your hair blonde, which is always a good. That'd be cool.
100%. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Darby for sure. I think would be a good cosplay. If I had to do one as a joke, Sanji.
As a joke. You got to dye hair blonde still.
Either way.
You have an inner thing you need to fulfill.
Something's cooking in my head.
You're in the kitchen.
That's right. That's right. Oh, man.
All right, so for me, so this has already been discussed. So I'm on these guys because some of us are taking this whole venture seriously and some of us are not. And I'm the one who is serious. And these guys, I took food out of my children's mouths to bring you guys like authentic food. And I'm also in the middle of putting all the orders in right now. Hopefully they get here on time. Going full Itachi this Halloween. I've been growing the hair out originally to be Aizawa, but where it's at, I pulled it back as a joke, and my kids were like, "No, you got to do Itachi now," which is that's what I'm gonna do. That's why I shaved. So I'm preempting, getting ready to go full clean shaven, and so we're gonna go full deal Akatsuki outfit. Pull the hair back, let it come over. But I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna be buying contacts with a Mangekyo Sharingan, and I'm gonna get my wife to do like some blood out of the eye.
Oh man, that'll be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I'm excited about it. It could be really bad because I'm a grown man in Georgia trying to accomplish this, and I've never done anything like this in my entire life. So that's the thing. Secondly, though, if it's not bad, I might show up at a podcast like that. I mean, I'm going to wear it so much. I'm going to have like hamburger stains on it.
Can you like do me a favor, like as you're cosplaying with the blood coming out of your eyes, can you like just touch Sandy's forehead?
Dude, yes.
Please.
I'll grab him by the back of the head and do that, and then I'll just float away. You can like thing like that.
Where'd Trevor go?
I'm going to be like, what just happened?
I will love you always.
Oh my
God. Yeah, so that's my dream. Off topic. This is for the other podcast, but I wanted to always be Nightwing when I was younger.
Oh, honestly, I think you could pull that off too.
When my hair was short, I had the vibes. I could never. So this is a true story. Every time I've gotten close to physically being able to like fit the costume right, I've gotten hurt, like working out.
It's like it's a sign.
Yeah, and so it just never worked out. And so now I'm actually worried. It's bulking season, guys, and so like I'm lifting a lot of weight and doing all that. So I was a little worried. Like I'm thankful that I'm wearing a robe. Because I might be getting a little bit too broad in the shoulders to pull it off. Yeah, and definitely couldn't pull off Nightwing.
He's pretty slender.
Yeah.
He's not really built.
So that'll be something to monitor. I was joking with my wife. I already have. I'm 35, so I've got the little wrinkle thing going on. So we're good.
You got that. You're good.
You know what? Justin, I think Trevor could pull off Ace too, especially with the bulking.
Yeah,
he got the hair for it too, man.
He's over there. I bought him. I bought him a Tessa.
That's what I saw the figure, and I was like, you know what? All he's missing is the hole in his stomach. That's it.
We can do that.
We can make that happen. We can make that happen.
So, Justin, you could cosplay a Kanu.
Oh, dang!
That would be. I think so. He got short hair.
Well, we got. So my joke cosplay, I would want to do. Who?
No, you're good. You're good.
I was gonna say I can't remember his name right now, but if I were ballsy enough, I would want to do the dude from One Punch Man with the body hair for his armor.
Ooh. Oh, okay, yeah.
That would be just absolutely boys.
I might be able to do that.
Boys, that'd be hey boys.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be my joke one. Just to roll up with just nothing, like just a little like Speedo on and just body hair as armor. That would be. Very fun.
That would be very intriguing. Okay, so
intriguing, huh?
Yeah, very, very intriguing. I would probably go. Okay, let's see. I got a beard, so I feel like I can pull off Asuma pretty good, actually. I just need somebody to be my Shikamaru. That's all. That's it.
You could pull Asuma.
I think I could, man. I really could.
Like you could, and I mean, like I'm 6 months from being able to pull off Shikamaru. Yeah. That was actually on my thought process, but I would have to go high and then poof.
Mm-hmm. That would be pretty cool.
But I don't have the length yet.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But I think I'd be pretty good at Asuma actually.
You could pull that.
Yeah. But who would I want to be? But I probably wouldn't be able to pull off as All Might. I mean,
okay.
You got to have the physique, and there's no way I'm anywhere close to that. So
I thought about that today. I wonder who. Somebody has to have done a good All Might cosplay.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
And that dude is just want to meet him. Yeah, he's just bigger than Thor.
Yeah.
Had to be. Like you have to be like a different, like The Rock.
Yeah, just yoked,
but also
just
white and blonde.
Yoked.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, cool. That's it. So
yeah. So there you go. We'll finish with the who's one of the scariest anime characters. We'll finish with that one, but let's go with some. We usually do recommendations in the beginning, but like anybody like watching anything that they want to just like plug or I mean, JD, you got something you were watching?
I think I mentioned the Dot Click the last time.
Not on the podcast. No, you didn't.
Really? Mm-hmm. It's the one where it's like a what do you call it? It's a webtoon.
Okay.
But basically, it's two guys, and they go into different pictures to help solve murders. So one guy goes into the picture, and he's actually the person in the picture that they're trying to solve it for, and the other person is kind of like directing him. He has like these eyes that he can see the person that's in the basically that's in the picture. So the very first episode, just to give you like a synopsis without, there was a young lady trying to figure out what trying to solve her boss hitting on her because she got wrongfully fired. And so he goes into the picture, and in the picture, he's the girl. And he has to play exactly what happened out
to find out who.
Oh no!
Like everything, like the guy touching her, all this and that, to figure out what actually happened. And they finally solved it, and something crazy ended up happening at the end of the episode because he's not supposed to change things that's happened in the pictures. Like, he's supposed to do everything exactly how it's supposed to go, and he ends up changing something. And that's how it starts. But honestly, my boy Lorenzo put me onto it again. Shout out to Lorenzo. But it's actually a very good webtoon.
Okay. That's good, man. That's a good shout.
I've got a couple.
You got one too?
I've been, yeah. So I'm finally getting, I've overcome the devastation of Shao Tucker to continue my march through Full Metal. I never got to watch that back in the day.
Did you watch the episode again though?
No.
Okay.
He skipped it.
Yeah, we did not. So yeah, we're cruising through that. It's really good. That was that second place in our tournament. It was that versus Attack on Titan.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
Crazy
deserved.
enough.
Well deserved. And so, been watching that. Obviously Naruto. The whole family is just jacked about it. And started One Piece, or as my 8-year-old calls it, the Pirate Show.
The Pirate Show.
Yeah, big fan. So we're not like super into it. There's nothing with it. It's just whenever we have downtime and nothing's on, we just throw it on, and it's kind of on.
I'm so excited for you to finish in like 3 years.
Yeah, I'll be 73.
Yeah, there's no way.
Let's see. Obviously, the Pokemon YouTube series, talked about that last time. Animation's gorgeous.
Yes.
And then I'll toss. I'm reading. So for Justin, reading Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes.
And on the shirt.
It's on the shirt today.
On the shirt.
You
Yeah.
can't see it because I'm too low, but yeah.
Yeah. And enjoying that.
Yeah.
I have thoughts, but we can say that another time. And then they just dropped a new manga called Kagurabachi.
Okay.
A lot of
Is this one
fanfare.
everyone's talking about with the fish?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer had a baby that fought the Yakuza.
Oh,
It's actually pretty good.
okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people.
So it'll be animated in like next year.
Yeah, I mean probably.
Mm-hmm.
People, obviously, you got the two sides. So some people are like, the writing is crazy for it. A little bit hard on the writing. Like, it's the greatest thing of all time. It's already, I think, 5th in the mangas. It overtook My Hero. It overtook Dragon Ball Z.
That's saying something, dude. Okay.
But then there are some people who say it's way overrated and terrible, which I don't agree with that. I sent you guys that clip.
You did.
Where it was talking about how people don't like dub because when you listen to it in your native language, you realize how corny some of the writing is. And that's true. That's true. And that's kind of the case with some of the manga translations as well. You read it and somebody's like, well, I just had a bad day. And you're like, what?
Okay.
But but it's even in, Japanese, it's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
But, we
like
it because we like it.
Yeah. That's true.
All good things can be corny sometimes. I present to you. I have a package for one Tony Stank. Worst line
ever, but Stanley delivers it.
Yeah.
So therefore, anyways, you gotta like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Kagurabachi, read it, and then Full Metal is great.
Okay, great, man. I'm excited that you were into Yu Yu. Like you're reading that now.
I was gonna say, N is strong.
Yeah.
Enjoying.
Okay. Sorry.
No T-shirts purchased.
You're enjoying. Sorry.
I'm gonna keep you. I gotta keep you calm.
You do. I was thinking the other day, JD, about Yu Yu Hakusho, and thinking back on episode 1 when Yusuke actually he dies, right? And Kuwabara goes to attend his funeral.
Oh, he's crying. He's like,
crying.
why'd you have to go and die?
Who am I gonna fight now?
Yeah.
Gosh, dude, that's such.
It was
a hard
heartwarming,
scene.
man.
Such a hard scene. Did it read well, like that scene, or?
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is, like I said, it's extremely charming. It's good. Mm-hmm. It is dated.
Yeah.
Even they just had the fight with the 3 ogres or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's like, I would have gone easy on a girl, but that wasn't a girl. It's like, how'd you know? And it's like, Yusuke's pickpocketing is also improved. And he does a little cup check, and he's like, you should have figured out what you want to be. And I was like,
that's one thing.
2023.
That's one thing I like about '90s cartoons, even the manga. Like, they're ruthless, man. They don't care.
They're so ruthless. But yeah, I mean, but it's charming. I think it's good. It's a little tropey. You can definitely see some of the stuff it stole from like Dragon Ball versus some of the stuff that has been stolen from it.
Yes, correct.
That scene did read well, and then Kuwabara and him, their relationship is cool to watch mature and grow. And Yusuke, I mean, yeah, honestly, it's interesting that he, you don't think, I mean, it's almost a 1A, 1B at this juncture in the manga with him and Kuwabara, which you didn't see that happening early.
Yeah.
Right? You never had no idea. So also cool that he looked out for him the way he did.
For sure.
Which is cool. Foreshadowing his ability with the Sixth Sense. It was good. It was good.
But it goes to show how unique of a MC freaking Yusuke is. Like, he's different. I feel like they portray him different than a lot of the MCs that they had back in those days, like Goku and all that. He's not really wanting to pick fights. He's just a delinquent who's just there. He just wants to do him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He do have some plot armor, though.
You think so?
There's some. Not tonight. I'd have to put my thoughts together, but there's some times where I was kind of like, how do you live through that?
The 90s, most of the MCs had plot armor.
Bro, okay, I got one for you. The ray gun off of the mirror.
Oh, okay.
Bro, in the manga panels, you don't even see that was even a possibility. It's not even like and it's just like he gets shot and it's like whole time planned it the whole time. I was like, okay,
he was okay.
All right, Goku.
Nice.
Calm down.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so some recommendations that I got right now.
Are you still watching 18 hours a day of anime?
I've mixed it up a little bit. I'm doing some catching up on some other shows.
He's cut down to 17 hours, Trevor.
Some real life shows, not some anime shows. Just like but I'm still interweaving it in. Like, for example, I was watching Black Sails because I was in the One Piece mood, so I wanted to watch a pirate show. So I watched Black Sails on Stars. But
sounds like anime to me.
It honestly does.
Yeah, you're right. It does. But anyway, okay. So you told me to watch what is it? Spellblade.
The Reign of the Seven Spellblades.
Yes, dude, it's pretty hard, man.
I know, right?
It's pretty hard.
It's a change. It's a change of pace, ain't it? Once you get into it,
it absolutely is. And so I've been enjoying that.
Crazy.
Which I mean, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's a good fantasy.
It's one of those ones that feels heartwarming at the beginning, and then it just switches.
Pulls the rug, man. That's it.
Just switches.
So that's a fun one. I will say I was also wanted to go back and like do little rewatches as well, and so I for some reason Crunchyroll said you might like, and then it said the director's cut of ReZero. And so I'm going back through ReZero, but director's cut edition, and it's 13 episodes that are like 50 minutes each. And basically it's combining 2 episodes, but then they add a little bit more content in there. And dude, I forgot how good ReZero is, man.
It is. It's really good.
It's a really good isekai, even though they only spend like maybe 30 seconds or less in the real world before he transitions into the isekai world.
Yeah.
But it's good, man. ReZero, it's solid.
I have an important question for you.
Go for it.
What if you are already living in an isekai?
That's a good point. And what?
Just you.
Just me. I
what
wish.
What if this is your isekai?
I wish it was a better isekai. I'll tell you that.
Well, it didn't sell well in the game.
It's called Isekai Life version.
Yeah, like it's not. It
I sure wish it was a better one.
Troubled man works 40 hours a week.
The anime is called What to Do When You Die and End Up on a Road and the Road is Going Nowhere.
Yeah.
Real life simulator 2023.
Exactly.
That's for me too, bro. That's for me too. We're on the same boat.
It's a hard knock life out here, man.
For sure. So, all right. So those are a few recommendations that you can let us know what you think if you decide to watch any of those. But how about we go to a Naruto update where everyone's at?
Well, y'all are done. You're not done?
No, I decided to wait. I was trying to be a real one and wait.
Some of us are not real ones.
Right,
see, that's why, bro.
I'll watch it. That's a good freeze frame. We'll go back and cut that.
Yeah.
We'll post
that can be the thumbnail.
The thumbnail.
Yeah. But okay. So here's the story. All right. I literally had nothing else to watch, and
that's not true. There's literally thousands.
I know. But nothing was calling to me, right? And then on the back of my mind, I was like, it's been a couple weeks now.
Betrayal was calling to
you. Listen to me right now. Okay, I'm talking. It's been a couple weeks, and I really want to know what happens to Naruto and the gang in this Ninja War arc, right? So I was like, you know what? I made it to the subs. Let's just power through.
He got us in his genjutsu, Trevor.
Yeah. And so I powered through, and I have some strong opinions, but I can't say any of them because
you can up to Naruto getting all 10 beasts put into him by Obito, and then come back to life and cut down the tree.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I might be literally like 3 episodes past that.
Also, real quick, this is an important note for the viewers and the listeners. If you, like me, and like Justin too, honestly, have watched 600 episodes of Naruto, and you're like, why the hell is this now in Japanese? I'm committed to these voices now. Like you don't. I mean, I wouldn't go either way. If I went sub for 500 episodes,
I
would not. Yeah, I was. That's one of the reasons why I stopped. I'm like, this is not enjoyable. Mm-hmm. And my 8-year-old, who she struggles with reading, she's like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "Oh." So Apple, you can buy the episodes dubbed on Apple.
So you invested some money.
They've translated them all.
All of them are recorded. And what clued me in on that, number one was Reddit. Number two, you keep going to Instagram and people are like posting it, and Madara is like, "I, Madara, declare you the strongest, blah, blah, blah." And my guy's what? And I was like, what the heck?
Where is that?
Yeah. And so I was literally like this close to getting a VPN, putting that sucker in Sweden and pirating everything.
Yeah.
And so Apple
came
through in the clutch. Yeah. I may still pirate stuff. But it was like $50 for all of season 20.
Yeah.
A lot of filler in there, but 30 episodes of canon. Feel good about it.
Yeah. I will say, I'll be very vague with this statement, though. I will say this. Ninja War Arc, I do feel, was top tier. It was really good. Fantastic. I as a Naruto known hater, turned reformed, turned, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But
would you put yourself...
It's still not in my top 10.
But would you say that if somebody said, "Hey, are you a fan of Naruto?" Would you say, "Yeah"?
I would say
no qualifications. Just
I would say
yes or no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I never thought this moment was gonna come.
Back at Here we go again. Here we go again. So I would say this: Madara being the villain, great, fantastic, right? There's something that comes after Madara. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you.
I know what happens because of Instagram.
Right.
Don't.
I'm not going to go full detail, but what comes after Madara, I think, was the worst decision that they could have made because they had something cooking. Like, they had something cooking with Madara, and then they just kind of, gave up.
But by essence, though, he has to, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't, even watching it and, pseudo-knowing, I mean, I know about Black Zetsu. I know about Little Dingus behind Black Zetsu and the Atsuki and all that good stuff. So, whatever. But I don't know how it gets there, so I don't want it spoiled.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, I feel like Madara doesn't really, I know the people that are coming are going to explain where all the conflict is actually coming from.
Right, correct.
And I think also, one thing Naruto does, and you either love it or you hate it, and honestly, I don't know where I stand on this, and I think Naruto is probably top 5 for me now. I don't know where I stand on it, but...
show or character?
Show.
Okay.
And maybe character, honestly. He's a dope MC. But they love reforming some bad guys. They love making the bad guys pitiable.
I think it was a good wrap up.
I don't think so, man. I think that and then whatever the last 12 episodes were, I don't even know.
You think it was a cop out?
Yeah, man. I think it was you needed somebody strong in there to outdo Madara, and that was it. Then you got what you got. I don't know. I wasn't a fan.
I mean, that makes sense. Understandable. Okay.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts up to Naruto cutting the tree down and then him absorbing it?
Oh, I mean, up until that, I was on board 100%. I was just like, okay, let's go.
Coming around on Sakura, man, I'm not going to lie to you.
Really?
I hate to tell you. I hate to tell myself that.
One thing I will say, I still don't like Sakura, but Boruto Sakura, I do like Boruto Sakura.
So you've watched Boruto?
Back in the day, I watched maybe the first 20 episodes, and I will say and it was back when it first dropped.
Yeah.
And I will say Sakura, she was clutch, man. She's in there. She is a beast.
I think she's cool in this. I mean, I think that she's grown on me. I'm trying to think of what character is lost.
She still hasn't grown on me, by the way.
10 is very lost.
Well, she had a moment though. She gave a little stirring speech to Guy and Rock to get them moving. And she's like, "Where the heck did Neji go?" She's like, "Why am I here with these two idiots?"
Right, exactly.
But yeah, I think I love Naruto's power ups. Great. The conversation that he had with the Sage of Six Paths was great.
That's one of the things I will say. I liked how they kind of paneled both him and Sasuke. Of course, one is the sun and one is the moon, and it showed how they were connected, basically. Yeah. And it paneled in one episode from Naruto, and then you were like, okay, so what happened with Sasuke? And then it paneled in his, and it was basically him telling the same thing to Sasuke about it was about the story of the brothers, but in reverse. And he was like, yeah, Naruto is your guy, or hey, yeah, Sasuke is your guy. Y'all are connected.
Also, that show, and you've said this a bunch of times because you love Jiraiya, that show, slick, one of the most philosophical shows.
It really
I'm
is,
not saying that it's like necessarily, like I know One Piece does a lot with like politics and like even like liberalism, stuff like that, but philosophical, like thinking about the meaning of things and consequence and life and death. Naruto, I said it way early when I think I talked about it when who died in Naruto. What was there was a big death like midway through. Who was it? I know the third Hokage did. There was somebody after the third Hokage that died, I thought. Anyways, I mentioned at one point early on that they do death really well, and they still do. Like, it's handled really well. Yeah, and also Mike Guy just
yeah. God, listen, I didn't think I would say this, but like I'm huge. Like Jiraiya is one of my favorite characters like ever, and he's a Naruto, and I'm like I said, you're surprised to hear me say that I'm a Naruto fan, but Jiraiya, man, oh my gosh, dude, this guy is like
up until the end, man.
Up until the very end, man. He's legit.
He's the realest one.
Yeah, and I kid you not, like I think maybe 1 or 2 times a day about something that Jiraiya has done or said.
That's what I'm saying. It's very philosophical. I mean, even like when I was I watched a clip of Itachi talking about reality today, just trying to think about like I wonder if I can pull the voice off more or less if I do the cosplay, because I don't do anything halfway. And like he had this speech on reality that I was like, yeah. I mean, like I listen to these dudes like, and there's this guy in an office in Japan writing this out,
and you're just like, how?
And I'm like, because I think I at least fancy myself someone who's philosophical, and I'm listening to these dudes talk, and I'm like,
he got to be pretty deep.
I'm like, that hit. That hit home.
And now thinking about what you asked about the Naruto deaths, I think there's 2 that hit home.
Who?
Zabuza and Haku.
Dude, yes.
I think those hit really home because watching exactly what happened, and you could see like Zabuza actually cared for Haku at the end. He was crying.
And what that meant to Naruto too.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Also, when they get revived and you get to see, love this. Kakashi, I think for the first time in 600 episodes, show real actual anger.
Yeah.
Real anger because someone profaned someone's death that was honorable.
Exactly.
Someone died in an honorable way, and he was pissed that they had profaned that and done that wrong. Also, Kisame's death.
Oh yeah.
Really cool the way, I mean, because like, you know, he died and he was talking about, he flashed to Itachi, and he's like, he was able to die well because his whole life he had been betraying his comrades as his job.
Yeah.
And then, good or bad, regardless, he died protecting and serving his comrades, and that gave him joy.
You know, they do some really good deaths, some really good scenes. Even Tachi's reanimated after they fight Kabuto, when he just kind of disappears in the golden light.
I will love you always, dude. That had me crying in the club.
Dude, man, I'm telling you, know what? Naruto did really good with some of those things.
I will say this, like I was not in on Itachi when Sasuke finally.
When you edit this video, I need you to supercut that with you being like, I don't just get Itachi. Itachi's stupid.
Okay, no, listen.
We fought on that wall.
We did.
Listen, can I speak?
You can speak. This is your podcast.
It's the violin.
It's our podcast. Okay, so I was not in on him when he was alive and he was killed by Sasuke, but the reanimation version of him, I think, gave him his true like closure, his true everything. Like, it makes more sense to have that reanimation, like the things he did. He was able to talk about why he did everything. Like, he was able to actually communicate it rather than just being like at the end, oh, by the way, I did this for you. Now, dead. So I'm in on Itachi after the reanimation. But
love how he was like, and I was wrong.
Yeah, well, right. Yeah, exactly. The fact that he admitted that is what sold me on that, because I mean, in all actuality, when he did it the first time and he said why he did everything, I'm like, dude, that's just like, it doesn't make any sense, dude.
But then it makes sense after.
Now it does, yeah. So I mean, I'm in on Itachi now. So
Itachi, yeah, I don't know if he's one of my I don't know if he's on my Rushmore, but he's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
But I think I'd have to sit down and think that out. But I for sure influential, and like I don't know. I would need to really think, and do I relate to this character in a meaningful way? I don't know if I relate to him in a meaningful way, but I do appreciate him
and what he did.
Yeah, and like the pressure he was under. It's a fictional character. I get it, guys, but the pressure that the fictional guy was under fictionally, and to deal with that, and I love how he was more like the first Hokage, and like he was like this guy, and he was carrying this like gentleness. He was raised and saw war, and he was like, this is which is what led him to.
They gave him a choice, basically.
Yeah, I'd rather kill my clan and do that myself and extinguish this rebellion myself than allow
my village to get overtaken
in war and have that happen. Have what I saw happen here to innocent people. Because at the end of the day, did the 12-year-old girl Uchiha deserve to get stabbed in the back of the head?
Not at all.
Nah. But I mean, at least like she was related to the guy who did, and I get it. Like, as opposed to like just Timmy in the street, who's just like working for the florist and just gets gunned down. Yeah,
you know what?
You were already under my genjutsu.
So let me ask you,
3 days of suffering.
Now that we're talking about that, how do y'all think that war would have gone? Like the war with the Uchihas versus the Hidden Leaf.
Leaf got whopped.
You think so?
Especially if Shisui and Itachi were to fight on the side of the Uchiha.
Was Shisui not already dead though?
He was. I think he died like right before that happened. I think it was the
day before.
I think that's what pushed him over the edge, because he was like, all right, I got it. This is out of control. Because Shisui died and was like, fix this.
Yeah.
So you thinking alive? Shisui already had Mangekyo too.
And it was like the baddest one of all time, which is why they had to kill him.
He had the best genjutsu. So so you think that the Leaf would have gotten mollywopped?
I would say, the Leaf would lose because all of the Leaf's best people are not developed yet because they're all still babies.
Yeah, like Hiruzen was kind of 10 years old. Like it now. If Tobirama was still the Hokage, or Minato was there, then
all they had was the third Hokage,
and he's kind of buns in the fight. Like even in the Ninja War arc, he's like hanging out with the other dudes while Minato and Tobirama and Hashirama are all doing work, and he's like, I'm gonna go hang out with the no-name guys because that's all I got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can summon a monkey.
And he was getting worked.
The only contribution he made was to put down the red barrier on the Ten Tails.
No, I'm talking about Orochimaru.
Oh, he got work.
Before he used the
this is the same Orochimaru who like grabbed Itachi and then woke up like 7 weeks later. And was like, nah, I'm going to go after his little brother because this ain't it.
Yeah.
This ain't it.
Orochimaru knew who to mess with, and you're right. The third Hokage, he did not.
Yeah, they get worked, which is a shame. Worked.
But they also had Kakashi.
Yeah, but like from a scaling standpoint, from a feat standpoint, like Kakashi and all. Go ahead.
Kakashi's dad was also alive at this point too.
That's a good point.
He was really good. Yeah. You had Mike Guy, who was still at his prime. He was in his prime though. Yeah. I don't know. They would have been.
Mike Guy's dad, by the way, I freaking love that man. My dad wasn't really around. I would kill when Might is embarrassed. Sorry, when he's embarrassed about his dad, like apologizing on his face, and Kakashi's like. He's like, I just don't get it. And Kakashi's like, I think your dad is the coolest shinobi in this whole village.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yes, when he said that, I was feeling that too, man. I was feeling that too.
For sure.
His name was Die, right? Like D-U-I, right?
D-A-I.
D-A-I.
Mm-hmm. Might Die.
Okay.
Yup.
Okay.
I think it's D. It might be D-U-I.
You're right. It's D-A-I.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, when Kakashi said that, dude, I was like, I was feeling it with him, man. I was feeling
Kakashi always A1 on the emotional.
Because Mike, he's legit, man. He's like one of the better characters.
Oh, for sure.
In the village.
He's very different too.
Yeah. And I'm glad Kakashi had his back for sure.
Yeah, I loved the way he was training Guy. All of it was perfect. Perfect.
It's crazy. They made Guy seem like he's an idiot, but he knew that Kakashi was finna step into the Kage role. He was like, you know what? I'm finna do this one last thing because I know after this he's got to get serious.
We all need a friend like that.
100%.
Yeah. But anyways, as far as the war between the two would go, I still think Uchiha, especially because like Itachi could, based off how everybody's acting about this man, he could take Kakashi and Guy.
You think so?
I mean, when they rolled up on his butt at the river.
But you also got to remember, he did not have his Mangekyo at the time either. He just had the 3 Tomos. So I think he would be able to contest with Kakashi. But remember, Kakashi had already.
But he killed everybody though.
Yeah, but they were asleep.
I mean, fair, but like somebody put up a fight.
His dad and his mom were like, "I know you're coming to kill me. Just do it."
Yeah, I'm sure somebody had to cross over to that man.
You think so?
Hey, you can't just kill the whole village without somebody like you didn't.
Dude, he did it in the middle of the night, though.
I think he did.
I think he did. Wild. He did it in the middle of the night, like stealthy. Like
that's wild.
That's why I'm
Full
saying.
ninja.
That's why I said I think honestly, him
True
and Kakashi
shinobi.
would have a really good fight. Kakashi had just developed the lightning blade at that time.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I'm thinking about adult Itachi because when he rolls up with him and Kisame.
Oh yeah, no, he was tough.
Kakashi was like, he's like, you don't understand. This dude was captain of the Anbu at 13 years old. You need to go ahead and step back. And it's funny. Asama's like, I get it. He's strong. Like, okay.
He didn't understand though until he saw it. He was like,
you were doing the fire guy thing. You ain't prepared for what this guy got.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Uchiha specifically because I'm anti Hiruzen always.
No, I 100% like that answer. I mean, I think honestly, if I'm realistically talking, I think the Elite Village would win only because they have the numbers. It's like 3 or 4 different clans in Elite Village versus the Uchihas.
That's a good point. I'm not thinking about
the other clans.
The Byakugan people specifically.
Oh yeah, because they said that's one of the best dojutsu.
Well, that's what. That's what freaking Kaguya. She had the third eye was the Sharingan, but her two were Byakugan.
It was like the Sharingan or something.
Yeah, but her main eyes were Byakugan, which tells me that there's an eye that you really want.
Well, they said the Byakugan was derived from her, and then the Sharingan was given to her kids. So that's a good point, though.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue, and I said this because I mean I've seen Instagram. There's one dude, I forget the name of his podcast, or I'd plug it. We've talked to him before. He's that guy. He's like, you're definitely not a Akatsuki if you don't subscribe to my podcast. And he talks about whatever. He made a really good point about I think it was him in that first in the Chunin exam arc. Like the baddest character is Neji.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Like Neji,
for sure.
I mean, what Naruto did, notwithstanding, that was a lucky shot for sure. Neji mops Sasuke with the same
100%.
level, with the same level of development, and he mops.
Yeah,
Sharingan Sasuke he's out in the trash.
But that's one thing about Neji though. Like you said, the Byakugan is something to behold. That's why I was saying it'll be tough.
By the way, his death sucked.
And you got
I did not like Neji's death. I mean, it made me sad.
It was really a cop out in my opinion.
Kind of. I like how it was. I think it was necessary to galvanize Naruto's resolve.
But they were saying that it just doesn't make sense how he died. He could have done so many things. He could have used reverse rotation. He could have used rotation.
Well, I think he said there was too much or too many or too something. There was he couldn't out rotate everything, and he was also, if I'm not mistaken, and I may be wrong on this, but I think he makes a comment like, "I'm out. Like I'm exhausted. Like he's done 75, 64 Trigun stampedes, and he's like I'm done. I got nothing else to give. Because he was even earlier in the battle, he was already exhausted.
Yeah.
When the white Zetsus were going on, so I don't know if the mangaka thought that deep with it, but that's my headcanon.
Let me ask you another question though. Yeah, both of y'all. What about the Nara clan though? They knew about the rebellion that the Uchihas were about to have. So what if they went to the Nara clan and was like, "Hey, they're about to come and try and pull up on us. I need y'all to help us devise the plan." Freaking Shikamaru's dad is.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Also, I mean, my favorite clan. If I was being born into a clan, that's one I would pick. I think Shadow Possession is just the coolest thing for a ninja. If imagine doing what Itachi did, but you have Shadow Possession.
Yeah, no,
that's an elite. It's
insane.
over.
Yeah,
the night is over.
Grab everybody.
Yeah, no one's waking up. But if you wake up, you're not gonna move. Yeah. I'm gonna walk in your room. I'm gonna go. You're frozen. I'm gonna go. And so I have a complaint to file about Naruto real quick.
Okay, please.
Yeah, you're gonna like this.
Okay, bring it on.
Due to the era that it was made and the deviation from the source material because it was being made as it was being made. There are several continuity errors that I've noticed, and I don't even look for those things. One is Databayo. Believe it, is actually in the manga the entire time.
Oh.
The entire time. He never from the very beginning, which is why I remember when he first meets Kushina, she's like, "You say you know like me," and he's like, "Oh, you say you know like me." I'm like, "When the hell you say?"
Yeah, when did you start saying
you
that?
ain't never said you know, you know? And then
now he says that.
Now he says it from that point. They fixed it, and they just didn't retcon it.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, and there's that. Shikamaru, and again, I can headcanon this away, but Shikamaru, and the first time you really see him use Shadow Possession, he's like, you can't, whatever you do to the person that I'm possessing happens to me. But now
not anymore.
Not anymore. Now he's strangling folks. Like he's like, just hold him and cut his head off.
Yep.
Like
it doesn't happen to me anymore.
So I don't know, and there's never talked about. I don't know if that's an evolution of the jutsu,
or maybe
possibly.
Like his training.
Yeah, I guess an evolution.
I would base it on his training. Just saying.
But there's a headcanon thing that they never explain, which would be cool because it's pretty important. Because you go from being like super underpowered to super overpowered with the jutsu, depending on whether or not I can hit you.
Shadow sewing, like it's so many things that he got. That
Dude,
dude,
I mean, I'm gonna spoil this because it's whatever. We're all gonna find out. I mean, he's the new Hokage, by the way, in Boruto.
Shikamaru.
Yes,
makes sense.
But they were talking about how he hasn't been training or whatever. Mm-hmm. They Gohan, my guy. All my favorite characters get Gohan.
Did you see the theory that all the picture of the squads, the person who's to the right is always the Hokage?
Was he to the right on his picture?
Was
he really?
He was, yeah.
Dude, let's go. That's sick. But but he I mean he can hold. I mean, didn't he hold 10 tails for a second? He did for a second to let
to let Sasuke and Naruto, right?
Did he do it twice? Because no, one time he held it for Ino to go in its head and cause it to break the thing.
That's a good point. Yeah,
that's a great that's a nutty at 17 years old.
Yeah.
Like that's a crazy. So he also his third cousin holds Naruto in place for like 5 seconds when he gets the Nine Tails chakra. Yeah. Which again, that's a feat. Like if you're a no-name character and you're holding the MC.
Where have you been at this whole time?
Dog, yeah. So like I love that jutsu. But anyways, yeah, there's a few other things as well with continuity, not to mention the fact that every single fan artist has made a better adult Naruto than the show Naruto.
Oh, no, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
You had Minato, who is, as far as a hand-drawn character goes, is a handsome dude. Like, he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
And there's the template. Draw him and then cut his bangs, and we're Gucci.
Yeah.
But no. And Gaara, too. Don't get me started on Gaara looking like a 50s doo-wop. 50s doo-wop singer. He's like, ooh.
Dude, Gaara's hair in Boruto, man. Oh, my
It's atrocious.
Gosh.
Now, I will say, though, as you get older, you are not as cool.
He looks like he studied a lot.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
That's just facts.
You're right.
Like,
I mean, we're proof, right?
Yeah, we are 100% proof. Sitting here eating takoyaki balls at your fine granite countertop that the listeners have bought for you.
That's right. Absolutely.
In the mansion.
All right. Well, okay. So that was our extended Naruto
it's a good show.
Rant. I guess.
Where would you put it?
Well, I mean, I honestly have to think about it, but it's not in my top 10.
Where do you like? Give me an approximation. I feel like it is.
It might be peaking into top 20.
Okay,
that's fine. I can take that. After all the slander, I thought it was gonna be like
so much slander.
1,000. No, it's peaking. It's potentially.
My dog was talking about. He's like, man, Fruits Basket, Naruto.
Yeah.
No offense to shooting these strays at Fruits Basket.
That's so funny, dude. All right,
where's it at for you? Hold on, let's just do a quick like.
For me, Naruto.
Yeah. Because you have a really unique relationship with this show because you were there with it happening in real time.
I watched it on
playing web games and stuff.
Dude, seriously, I watched it in Toonami when it was coming on late at night. Like I would stay up and watch every episode. I watched all the fillers, which is one of the reasons why I do not like watching the fillers now.
So happy I skipped the fillers.
It was so many.
I'm gonna go back and watch some of them because I've seen some clips from stuff that look interesting or fun or cool.
The Land of Waves fillers were actually pretty good.
I just can't stand the fillers when you are like knee deep in
the war arc,
Ninja War arc, and then you flash back to a young Kakashi. Like, what's the point of that?
I get that.
What's the point of that?
Well, if it's carrying the narrative, like when he's going back and forth. So, we haven't talked the fight with him and Obito.
Oh yeah.
When it was cutting back and forth was.
A masterpiece.
Top 3 maybe fights I've ever seen, just because of the art of it. Yeah. Like top
him
3
going back
fight.
to a kid, and then them going back to
the same punches and moves and stuff, and what was on the table.
Right. And even the OST that they had in the background while it was going on, really good.
And then the little glimpses of Rin, like of how she's feeling about them fighting.
Bro,
each other.
she is for the streets. She is for the streets. For the streets. This girl, just tell this man you don't like him.
Yeah.
Just look at him in the face and be like, say, I want you to be Hokage. I believe in you. Also,
I want Kakashi.
You ain't getting these cheeks. Like, you're not getting them. They're Kakashi's. His name is stamped on them, always has been and will be.
Yeah, forever.
And that would have stopped the Ninja War arc.
It wouldn't even started.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
Because he would have been like, all right, fine. And he would have went and found, like, Tenten's mom or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was there. Yeah, you're right.
Or what's her face? Kurenai. She was there. She was walking there.
Before Minato, huh?
Yeah. Or Asuma. But yeah, so also Minato still owning every moment of screen
anytime
time.
he is anywhere, he's it.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I need like an alternate reality TV show about him where he doesn't actually die and he's still Hokage.
Yeah, and
that'd be pretty cool though.
It's literally peace for eternity.
Basically. Also, all right, so sorry, but Tobirama, this is my quick fire. Tobirama, are we up or down on Tobirama?
I like Tobirama.
I'm in on him. He is racist. He is racist. He is racist.
He gives me Frieza vibes.
He gives me monkeys. Like he's like he. My favorite scene is when they're in the basement of the Uchiha mansion, and he's like Sasuke's like, I'll destroy the leaf right now. And
he's just ready to jump on him.
He goes like that, and the pressure is like just beating Sasuke back, and Sasuke's like, oh.
But you know what was even crazy about that whole interaction? Then Hashirama comes out and he's just like, his whole presence changes.
Yeah.
And then Tobirama's like, all right, calm down, big bro.
Yeah,
like,
he puts his finger back down.
I was like, he was like, I get it. That shows the scaling right there.
Yeah. Hashirama overrated or no?
No, I don't
Properly
think so.
rated?
No, he's
him and Madara built the Hidden Leaf Village.
Yeah,
like that's
they're
something. That's a big
Ooh,
feat.
should the village elders and people have honored Hashirama's wishes to let Madara be Hokage?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
1,000%.
Would Madara have been a good Hokage?
I think so. I think he would have changed his own mindset. I think the only difference would have been he would have changed like how the clans and everything worked in the Hidden Leaf. I don't think it would have been as peaceful as it was, but I think he would have been fair.
He would have kept everyone in check.
Yeah,
he
would have definitely kept it fair.
Yeah, I also like how they've taken the Uchiha. It was cool because you don't see it coming. But the Uchiha whole issue is the fact that they care so deeply for people, like they're the people they care about. That when something happens, it just shatters their whole.
Yeah,
which is a cool cool concept they put with the characters. Because usually they're evil because someone hurt their feelings or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and these dudes are like, nah, like. I really love that person, and now they're gone, and I don't know how to handle that.
That Mangekyo Awakening, man, where it goes to that nerve that's connected to their eye, and it just changes their form of their eye, and that's how they get the power. I thought that was really unique, yo. That was a good way to introduce like their visual prowess, their ability.
Also love that Naruto. There's his arc. His arc as a person is so cool to watch for 600 episodes. Because he does he's got these friends now, man. Like he's got a whole community of people.
He built his clan.
He built his clan.
Yeah.
Who said that? Somebody said that.
Who
was it? In the show they say
Is it Sakura?
No, it's a
up top.
Maybe Aruka.
No, it was higher than that. It was
was it one of the reanimated Hokages?
No, it was Killer B. Killer B says he's talking about Aruka and he's talking about other people. He's like Naruto, and I think it happens again with Madara and Obito when they're trying to check him, and he's like, "You
got your own clan."
Yeah, he's got his own people, and it's really cool. Power friendship is like you want to say it's overrated, but then honestly, the show has caused me to examine my own life and examine the people that are in my corner, that weren't there, and how you can. One thing Naruto, the show, and the character do really well is you can spend so much time, and this is a relational thing for me to Naruto. I get that you spend so much time wishing that things were different, or you were different, or the people that you want to impress or to like you or to be in your corner, they're not.
Right.
And you want them to be, but then you overlook the fact that you do have these
there
people.
Are people there to support you.
And then you need to redirect and appreciate the people who actually do appreciate you. I think that's a really, really beautiful thing.
And I agree. And one of the things that they show in this anime very well, every arc or every season, they give a little synopsis to Naruto's backstory, and when they show him by himself in the little white background, they add more and more people.
Man,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
It's really good.
It's good. It's good. Also, so Sandy, you finished. I haven't finished, but I'm close. Where do you put Naruto on the MC at their peak power scale?
Ooh, MC it.
Just all MCs. So obviously he's not Saitama.
No.
I feel like you can't add Goku either, though.
I mean, he's not Goku, yeah, for sure.
Right.
He's not. He probably.
He's in top 10 for sure. He's strong. He is strong.
Yeah. Is he running with Gear 3, Luffy?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
4?
Yeah.
Gear 4 Luffy? I think so.
But not Gear 5.
No.
Because Gear 5 is basically just silly zone. Like,
It's just Gear 5 is just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's literally a Looney Tune at that point.
Yeah. But he's top 10. There's not a lot of people who are. I'm trying to think. Like peak All Might. All Might has him, I think.
No,
I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because I think Naruto.
He's punching dudes off the planet.
He's a better. Yeah.
Yeah, but All Might.
But Naruto's a better. Naruto's a better fighter, though.
Also true.
He's a ninja.
So I saw on Instagram about this too. Like they're talking about how out of every character on the show, his taijutsu is the most underrated. Because Naruto, I don't know, and I wish they would have shown where he got that.
Yeah.
But homie throws hands.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
He's like,
oh yeah, I've seen the same videos.
Yeah, just whopping.
You know what I think is really underrated with Naruto is the fact that I said we ended our conversation on Naruto, but here we are. Is the fact that once he figures out how to train with his shadow clones, like it's over. Like if he continues that. Like I know when he becomes Hokage, he like kind of takes a backseat to training. But if he continues that, he is higher than Goku and potentially fighting Saitama. Like that's where he's at.
Yeah.
But he doesn't continue that.
Understood for sure.
He's a cool man. It's but yeah, I mean, I think where would you put the narrative arc of the entirety of Naruto stopping before Boruto on par with all the other anime?
Like his just development overall?
No, just the show.
The storyline.
Like not whether you like what happened, but just the put together the craft of the story that was told. Where do you put it?
I mean, I think it's a good story. The storyline overall. I think it's more heartwarming than a lot of the main animes out there. I mean,
but it's not too sweet though, which is nice.
It's right. It's just enough. Like a lot of the other animes are like fun, action packed, and like they're cool. But this one is like. You add the Jiraiya philosophies in there, and you add the Naruto actually reliving Jiraiya's philosophies, and just yes, I've crapped on the Taijutsu, him in pain. I still do not agree with that ending there, but the fact that he could get there, the fact that he could actually have that conversation with people, it is very showing and telling of him as a character that he could do more than just use his fists.
And he doesn't when he has that conversation, he's not like cool.
Yeah, no.
He's like I want to kill you like right at this moment for sure.
He admits it. He's straightforward with
but he's like, but I can't because I know, which is I think that's
what
cool.
will come from it. Yeah. And you could see the rage, like he's feeling the rage, and like even later on, like even in the Ninja War, like he knows the dire needs of him to succeed, but he has to push himself, but then also rely on his friends like Sasuke. Like, yes, Sasuke's your brother. You haven't seen him in a long time, but you need him now. Like,
no questions asked. Which I thought was part of me wanted to be like, bro, but also part of me was like, you as a leader, which he's becoming, like, this is the end of the world. And so if Orochimaru shows up and throws a snake on somebody, we're in. Like, are we okay?
Are you jumping in?
Actually, if you think about it, I'm actually more impressed with Sasuke, who is completely disowned everybody. But when like the shit hit the fan,
he was there.
Dude was like, okay, I can easily run off Naruto. Like,
I will
combine our Susanoo and Ninetales right now with no questions asked.
Looked so hard.
Yeah,
it was so hard looking with them in the little glass thing.
Dude, Kurama and Susanoo like combined, like it's so badass.
It's great.
Like the helmet style over the mouth, like it was really cool.
I think that was a good dynamic they had though. Like Sasuke was just like, all right, well, I understand what my brother was finally saying. Let me go and help them turn the tides of this war, and then comes and helps them turn the tides.
I will say, it's fitting they end up getting married, because him coming in and being like, I'm gonna become Hokage, was out of Sakura's playbook of saying the most foolish stuff.
Cringy, very cringy.
Just cringy. And it was, I like how the show, everybody was like, ugh. Like, everybody was like,
really?
You can't just come back and say something like that.
Then he clarifies and saying, like, he's going to put an end to everything and that kind of thing.
But it was very cringy. I was like, you edgelord, man. He's an edgelord. He's a full edgelord. Like, he would be.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, tonight that I.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Sasuke, for sure.
And, I mean, I'm sure you've seen Sasuke in Boruto. Like, what it looks like. He is 100% tonight.
But I will say, so I was talking to somebody about
he's full Jimmy Butler. Like,
he looks pretty VA, though.
I was talking to somebody about this last weekend that's a big Naruto fan, and we were crapping on Gaara and Naruto's character, which the stills of Naruto look like garbage. Him actually in the show doesn't look as bad.
There are some points in there where I looked and I was like, yo, Naruto kind of scary now.
Yeah. But Sasuke, the suit is weird. The suit and cape, he looks like Lance from Pokemon Red a little bit.
I think it fits though.
But I was gonna say, but he is the one dude. I mean, I think him, Sakura, Hinata, all probably upgraded. Kiba upgraded
tenfold.
A lot of them. Most of the characters got like glow ups. Shikamaru glowed up. Just Naruto and Gaara got nothing.
Yeah, but
Sasuke looks cool.
Sasuke upgraded 10 times.
Yeah, he looks
so
way
good.
cooler than he did. He is cooler. The Shadow Hokage, which is a cool
term that they use for him. Yeah,
that's a really neat.
It makes him a terrible dad, but
dude,
I
haven't seen it obviously, but I saw the clip where Kakashi's like, "Your Sharingan lets you see everything, but inside the heart of your daughter."
That's such a savage line right there. Kakashi's so wrong for that, dude.
He's such a turd.
It's true though.
Yeah, but he can talk to them like that. He basically raised.
He did. Yeah.
Well, also like Sasuke legitimately tried to kill him for real.
Oh no, he said, "Let's do this."
Yeah, for real. Yeah, like so he hasn't forgotten that.
He had to get his get back, you know.
Yeah,
he got it all right. So for sure.
So past Naruto, I was thinking I want to do another rewatch.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Like what, with all of us?
Yeah.
I'm so weak.
I already know what it's going to be.
What do you think it's going to be?
It's got to be Yu Yu Hakushow. Man.
Oh, no, it's not.
No? What is it?
Not even.
What do you got?
I do love Yu Yu Hakushow, but no. I want to do another Attack on Titan rewatch.
Okay. So somebody recommended me this week to do an Attack on Titan rewatch. I was excited, but then I thought of something, okay?
What's that?
Okay, so right now, Attack on Titan, it's close to being like a masterpiece, like the storyline and everything, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like,
do you know how it ends?
No, actually, I don't. Okay. I stopped intentionally because I did not want to know how it ends. All right, but it's close to being a masterpiece, right? Storyline and everything.
I'm so sorry. Can we please have like an emergency podcast when the show ends?
Sure.
You promise me.
I promise.
No matter where we're at,
whatever the date is, we'll schedule it for the next day.
I don't care if it ends at like 11 a.m. on a Sunday.
Yeah,
we're pulling up
at here at lunch.
Deal.
Okay,
deal. Because listen. All this anime that has come out, right? I feel like we've become like anime snobs, and I feel like if we go back and watch Attack on Titan, we're gonna be so nitpicky, like critique it. And I feel like it's gonna,
I already have been. I'm prepared right now.
I feel like it's going to.
Hold on, let me get my book.
I believe you. I feel like it's gonna like kind of, I don't know, downgrade how I feel about it.
Ooh, real quick, I want Full Metal Alchemist because it made me think about it. ADHD. Ed is in this whole which it wasn't a big deal early in the season. He's like, I'm not gonna kill anyone.
Oh, dude,
I'm not gonna do it. And I feel you, but I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
and it doesn't. I don't know. I forget where I was going with that. It was very. I didn't love that. Yeah. And we were talking about Naruto being like this kind of wanting to figure things out and all that.
Yeah,
I like the way they handle his aversion to killing. Ed's is more
because
he doesn't really like the Philosopher's Stone. It's not as deep. Naruto's like, this is a thing that was passed on to me by my mentor, who was my dad's mentor, and was this guy's mentor, and this is the way we're gonna fix it, et cetera, et cetera. It has a ton of weight, and then Ed's like, I'm not gonna do it.
Nah,
that's actually a solid Ed.
He's very childish though, but he's a good MC.
Yeah, he's a great MC.
He's a good MC.
But he's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, okay. Anyways, Attack on Titan.
Justin, let me give you the reason why I say this. So I've watched Attack on Titan faithfully, but
have you finished it?
I'm close. My friend Lorenzo, shout out to Lorenzo.
That's 2 shouts.
Yeah. He's a very big anime person. I told him once.
He needs to be on the pod.
I told him I'm gonna get him on an episode.
Okay. Well, I need another mic. I don't have the fourth one.
Nice.
So.
But he's finished it, and he's been waiting on me to catch up. But even after just watching it one time through, I feel like I'm missing some of the story details. As to if I watch it again, I think I'll understand a lot more. I think that's something we should do, even if it's not Attack on Titan. I think after we finish Naruto, we should start another rewatch.
Yeah, I think we do. I think I agree with that.
I mean,
I think maybe Trevor should pick. To be honest with you,
that's 100% fair.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia, let's go, baby. I'm just kidding.
I'm about to say I'm all for it.
It's still too recent. I don't know.
Nah, bro.
I want to dig a little deep.
He's gonna say Demon Slayer.
Goku. Dragon Ball Z.
Well, maybe.
That would be a
Why not?
Dragon Ball.
Does it hold up?
Does it hold up? We did the Dragon Ball Kai. I can't do the filler.
Oh no.
I can't do them fighting in space.
It's rough.
Yeah.
With the
Attack on Titan though, do you know? So I'm the only person at this table that's read the manga and finished it.
Yes. As of now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's excellent. I'm so excited.
Good.
I can't wait. My daughter and
I have a feeling you're gonna crap on it. Is what I have a feeling.
No, we sat over there.
But they did change the ending for the anime.
And
they did.
They confirmed this.
I mean, what are we gonna call canon? First off, and then second off, they can't change it that much because then it won't
make sense.
Yeah, it has to. It's gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny. My daughter's watching it, and she just got to the part where they first go into the Attack on Titan desert, whatever that place is, the desert in the soul, or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, Aaron's a good guy." And I was like, "Well," I literally said, "You sure?"
Let's define good.
And she's like, "Well, unless he gets brainwashed by Zeke." I was like, "Well, we'll see." I'm looking because I want to say from that point, there's like 5 more twists. Like from that point when they're like out there and he's trying to trap him. And it's like I think that that's Isayama, right?
Yeah.
I think that Isayama they got a little cute. They pulled some Naruto stuff.
They did.
They pulled some Naruto stuff. They got real cute. Did. You're right. Real cute with some of like the stuff like they did Naruto, and I was like,
they kind of toned it back a little bit, and then
there's like going bop 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 bop, like,
full steam. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, My Hero manga. Since we're just in random BS, and I mentioned it earlier.
Anime talk, man. Anime talk.
The manga. You got Iron Man All Might.
I think it's nutty now.
It is. I cannot wait till it's animated. It is going to be. I don't
know how to feel about. I don't know how to feel about
Studio Bones. Listen,
Studio Bones.
I need you guys to come through. I know, I get it, but like this is still a top anime. So I'm here. I'm just a man asking some dudes that are
get their stuff
like
together.
75 time zones away from me to please just like when Shigaraki falls out of the capsule and he bounces in the water, keep that energy for 24 minutes an episode. That's all we're asking.
You know what? I'd accept that too.
Because that looked real good. When he falls out of the pod, I was like, oh, we're doing that. And then we had like Deku spinning by in the background doing a cartwheel. And I was like,
yep. There's so many mangas that I'm so behind on. You know, another one that...
one.
The, what is it called? The soccer anime.
Oh, Blue Lock?
Bro, it's... Oh,
I have not read the manga on that one, so please.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but all I can say is...
Next level, right? Yeah.
Have you read the manga?
No, I have not.
Dude. How are you reading the manga? How are you reading the manga?
Manga's on.
Okay, so we're out there. You're wilding. Okay. I respect that. I'm just that's how I was reading Vinland Saga.
The only thing I will say about it, what is not Bakura? What is the guy name that
King? What?
Yeah, not King, but yeah, the one with the short black hair that
Rin.
No, he got
saying names.
He got really upset when
Jeff
Isaki was like trying to take him over, and he came back and he was like,
it's King.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know
Bachiro.
Yes, Bachiro.
Oh,
yes. Thank you. I was trying to get his real name. Good job, Trevor. Yo, he's something else.
Oh, I know.
Man.
Fierce, dude.
One thing that's the only thing I'll say. Like in the manga right now, he is something else.
I think I
exciting.
saw a screen grab from it, and it looks because they're the bastards, right?
Yeah, he's crazy, man. He's crazy.
I'm looking forward to that. That just kind of fell off the face of the earth, and I hope it recaptures its momentum next season.
It will for sure.
And I'm telling you,
they've been really good on the anime too. So
because that was
Blue Lock anime got to the point where it was like must watch. Like you had to be there.
It was
like right then and there.
Elite.
Isaki, I think Isaki, even though it's a sports anime, he's
a good MC.
One of my top MCs, man. Like he changes up so quick. And you're just like, what happened?
When did
you learn how to do this? Like,
yeah, he's very timid at first, right? And then he like evolves into like this assassin. Like he's like so savage.
He's like the main character off of Assassination Classroom, where like he's all nice and sweet, and then he just changes, and he just like
script, man.
Dude, it's such a great character too. Yeah. Nagisa's a great character.
He's amazing.
Yeah, when he's like smiling, and all of a sudden he just like.
There was one episode that me and Lorenzo always talk about where there's a PE coach, a fat PE coach that's trying to teach them about how to be assassins, and he's just like, yeah, first you walk up like you're going off on your first day of school, and then before they least expect it, it gets real. And then he like goes behind him. He like has a knife at his throat.
And dude holds that grudge for the rest of the
series.
Dude,
it's so good though.
He at the very end, he comes up like, got you now, and he didn't. Nagi's a great character.
There's some really good MCs out there that we don't even mention.
Yeah.
Is Nagi said the MC or is Koro?
Koro is like the main protagonist kind of ish, but Nagisa is actually the MC.
I guess I don't disagree. I'm just thinking like I guess you qualify MC as the person who gets the most like.
But it's Nagisa's story though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like whoever gets the most voiceovers in
every scene is Nagisa, and they're even in the new season, like it's him teaching another class, and they were kind of like, "Oh, this guy is soft."
That was so cool.
And he literally puts his hand on this guy's like trachea or something. He's just like,
he's like, I hope by the end of this semester you guys can kill me. They're like, what? Like, go ahead and try. And he's like,
dude, he's such a. You know what? That should be our next part. Underrated MCs.
Ooh,
I think that's a good.
Here
there
first.
You go. I think
that's a good one.
That's
it.
It.
Here first. Yeah, I'm jacked on that. So you want to do scariest?
Yeah, we'll finish out here. We'll close out with a scariest character / scariest thing in anime.
Could it be a villain or can it be anybody?
It could be anybody. I'll lead off actually. I got one. I got a good one. So anime Parasite.
That's a good one.
Like anytime somebody's possessed by one of those Miggy aliens, like dude, they look insanely terrifying.
Crazy, yeah, they do.
Like their heads either like split open, turn into like a scythe or something like that. Like it's insane. Yeah, I would definitely say Parasite has some of the craziest, scariest looking things in anime. So that's my pick right there.
I want to go with. I would need to do some research, but I feel like one of the devils from Chainsaw Man.
Okay.
There was some freaky.
Yeah, there's some twisted ones.
And then the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen also, they had some gnarly. I
agree.
What are those spirits?
Evil
feelings, bad vibes.
Yeah.
I think if I was gonna give a character name, that I'm on. It's Halloween, and I'm like, oh Jesus, I'm terrified right now. I would probably say. Man, I'm gonna give a placeholder. I'm gonna go My Hero. I'm gonna say Shigaraki.
She was really good.
When Shigaraki first rolls out
with the scissors, man.
With the hands. Shigaraki.
Yeah. Shigaraki. Yeah.
When he first rolls out with the hands, like I was kind of like, ooh. Like the first time he shows up in the anime, he looks. They have him drawn and like he's creepy.
Yeah,
like, the hands are all over and he's moving weird.
Even his quirk, man.
And that was. If you saw that, if you're walking.
Yeah,
you got a bag of candy under your arm, and you look down the alley, and there's a dude with like disembodied hands all over him.
Yeah,
like that's kind of like
it's a look for sure.
That's a look for sure. I'm gonna come.
You're crossing the street. You're walking the other side of the street.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that out first. You got somebody?
I'm gonna start off with animes. So if I had to pick an anime that I think would be good on that list, I would say Tokyo Ghoul. Like, honestly.
Yep.
Ooh, yes. Yep.
The girl at the very first scene that he got his ability from where she couldn't finish eating him and she ended up being kind of part of his conscience. It was nuts. She was going around just devouring people, man. Like, it was crazy. Yeah. Tokyo Ghoul was the way that it started. The first season was literally, honestly, if I was comparing first seasons on animes, it'd be top 10. Yeah, because it was nuts. Yeah. The way it started was crazy.
That's something I might do a rewatch of next week. I might do that. That's because season 1 is so good.
It was really good. Season 2 wasn't that bad either. Yeah. Then you get to season 3.
I don't want to talk about season 3. Yeah. I forget about season 3 sours the whole anime. Like it's
It just didn't make sense. Yeah. Kaneki was just kind of like, But honestly, for season 1 aspect, I think it'll be Tokyo Ghoul for spooky season.
Spooky for sure.
I have mine.
Okay, go for it.
Shao Tucker.
I mean, yeah, it's
actually
crazy.
Any of the homunculus, truly, and the chimera would be on that list from Full Metal. Those things, most of them, are really grotesque.
Yeah,
not the ones that can talk, like some of the soldiers, but like some of the experiments that didn't work out.
Yeah.
are freaky.
So let's go back to Show Tucker. Okay, so I feel like that episode alone, right? Like you see the bonding between the Elric brothers and the daughter, right? You see like it's fun, happy-go-lucky, right? And then like when it all goes down, it gets so dark and twisted. Like Show Tucker, you see like just the lighting has changed, and he's like in the shadows, and all you see is like the glasses, like the horn rim glasses or whatever, right? And the light hitting it, and then he's like got that like sinister look on his face that like
Salim. I'm gonna go with Salim. When Salim grabs the girl, what's her name? Honkai?
Oh,
when
yeah.
When she goes to visit, he comes out and he's in the corner with the shadows come off of him.
Yeah.
Also terrifying. Go ahead. Sorry.
that is good. No, you're good. No, but I was just saying like
That's a good
the
one,
whole
though.
scene.
I give you
That's
that.
a good one actually. That's really good.
For sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Zagrid from Black Clover.
Yeah, I was thinking Black
might be
Clover
number
had a few good.
had some really freaky dudes.
A lot of the devils and demons.
Dude, Fire Force. Shinra's mom. Oh, that's my number one.
Oh, you're talking about where he came back and he saw her as a whatever. What are they called?
The little-
Infernal.
Yeah,
She's
Infernal,
She
yes.
was black and had that long tail coming out.
Dude,
That-
that was really. Yo, you know what? Rewatch.
Fire Force?
I think that would be a good rewatch.
I've already read the whole
Dude,
manga.
I sent you the video in the chat.
Yes.
Did you guys watch it?
Yes.
Dude, I forgot about the whole. entire
Honestly,
scene.
that would be a good rewatch. We don't do Attack on Titan. We should do Fire Force.
I've watched all
So
of Fire
underrated.
Force and I've
Yeah.
read the whole manga. It's great. Honestly, I think Fire Force, slick, underrated, might be the best art style and visuals.
People don't
in all
talk
of
about it
anime.
a lot though. And,
They don't.
You know,
Which is
honestly,
It had its moment when it was airing, but then like it faded, it fizzled.
but it was
They
like
stopped
it's like the maker of Soul Eater made that.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Soul Eater was
Maybe we should
immaculate.
do Soul Eater.
Well, Soul Eater was. I
wouldn't mind that either,
I have a
though.
complicated relationship with Soul Eater.
What's the complicated relationship?
Well, because they kind of like, as far as source material goes, when Soul Eater, I read the manga first before I watched Soul Eater.
Really? Okay.
And it is like night and day. Like I don't know how to explain it, but they are not. They're not the same at all. Like it's very
guys.
different. Very different.
No, that was
yeah.
tough, man.
That's
I'm telling you.
good right there.
That's
man.
the scariest. That's the one.
So that might be the winner right there. Shinra's mom.
She was tough, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I feel we threw out some good scary ones.
Can we also add, the Titan that ate Aaron's mom at the very beginning?
Yeah. Yeah.
That still probably holds number one in my brain.
It literally haunts me, man.
Emotional
It's
scars.
not
Yeah.
really.
It happened so quick.
I hadn't gotten all the way back into anime when I watched that first episode. Like I was still like a DBZ enjoyer. I'm not even like I'm not that.
Enthusiast, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, cool, whatever, stupid, man. And then I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then it was like chomp, and I'm like, what in the hell just happened?
Dude, you hear that crunch.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, and I was like,
it's so good. It's so good.
It changes up everything for you. Like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
no, that is on Shout Tucker level for like just like
Really?
for hard left. Like there's something happening. It's the first episode.
It's a
It
hard
happened
left.
so
It is a
quick,
hard
too.
left, yeah.
Because like I mean, Yusuke goes through a whole arc before
Before
his
he-
job
yeah.
starts.
You're right.
Like he's like in a whole. It's a whole arc.
But with Aaron, his mom just gets her head eaten off right then and there.
Day one. Like you're
Well,
like
she looks back at him too, which is the worst part. Like
Yo,
that's the worst part of it.
it's
for me,
heartwarming,
is when she
man.
looks
You're-
back
you're
at
just
him.
like,
and
what
then
just
like
happened?
crunch.
What would you, so all right, so right
Gone.
now, so like your kids are having dinner, Titan rips the roof off, pulls you out. You looking back or you're not looking back?
I'm looking back.
I'm looking back.
I'm not looking back.
You're crazy.
I'm
You're
not
heartless.
looking back, man.
You know
I'm
what,
not.
Justin? I have one more anime that I think
Here
I
we
would
go.
add to the list,
Okay,
man.
go for it.
For scary?
I actually have one too. Yeah.
I don't know if it's scary, but it hurts. Like it hurt. You're lying, April.
Man,
That-
that's a horror movie.
That scene where he was trying to explain to his mom when he was younger that he didn't want to play anymore, and she was like beating him. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty horrific.
Some
That's
of
pretty
the
horrific.
parental scarring in anime.
it's pretty
are,
horrific.
Hurt.
Jeez.
I was like, yo, that's nuts.
An anime that I would mention that would be like, it's kind of terrifying, a little bit terrifying, like Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Dead Man,
Yeah.
like the opening scene of Dead Man Wonderland.
He got arrested for no reason
Dude,
and just goes in there and just.
Dude, I don't even know how. Like when I first watched the first episode of that movie or of the show, it was just nuts. Like,
Chaos.
like
It was.
blood and like decapitation.
That's
it
the
was,
power of the
yeah.
blood, so
oh
it makes
my
sense.
gosh, dude, it was so good, so good. But yeah, man, I feel like we had some good shouts. I feel like that's a good place to stop. I feel like we had a good time here.
100%.
We had
A romp, if you will.
Yes, we had some imported snacks galore. This drink is amazing, by the way.
Oh,
so,
for sure. It was amazing.
Yeah, so good, so good.
So is this.
Yes, repping the hard Mountain Dews. But anyway, It's fun, guys. Sometimes we just got to do anime talk. We just got to get it out there. It doesn't need to be a set topic. I know we ran it on Naruto for a little bit, but we actually got some recommendations in, and then we talked about some Halloween themed stuff.
This is what most of our pre-show sounds like.
Yeah,
exactly.
If we just when we first gather and if I just hit record, this is it. This was it. We just go for it, and they're like, oh, so we got to reel it in and talk about a specific topic today.
Exactly.
But yeah,
you guys just wait for our vlog when we go and visit this.
Yeah. There you go.
This Japanese.
We are going to go at some point.
Yeah,
we're gonna vlog it. It's cool.
All three united for sure. Mm-hmm. But anyway, all that being said, thank you so much for listening, for watching. We really appreciate it. Please follow us on our socials. You can find us at Royal Geek Pod on all the socials: Instagram, X, Facebook.
Don't do that.
I had to.
Don't bow to that.
Listen, I had to.
Twitter.
Anytime you send me a freaking link, it says x.com.
I know, man. It looks like it's straight.
It's so weird.
Nasty
While they're talking about it, guys, don't forget, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
We're back on YouTube, so
yes.
Can I make a point about liking and subscribing?
Please,
here's the thing.
Please.
It does nothing. It requires nothing. No, not for
no
it does
no effort.
No effort.
No
you just
effort.
go click. You hit OK,
Done.
and then you're done.
You'll
and
get a notification in 7 days, and you swipe left.
And that's it.
It's fine.
It's just a notification on your phone, and then that actually is a thing that makes. It's not going to change our lives. Because as we said earlier on, this is an isekai that's not working out. But it will give us the emotional wherewithal to power through and give you guys
for sure 100%.
Exactly. And we just appreciate you.
Thank you so much, guys.
So thank you. So for all that being said,
notice me, senpai.
Well, wow, you're just gonna go ahead and take that, huh?
No.
Okay, no.
D&B.
Dave and Buster's.
So for Trevor, NJD, and myself. You gonna go there too?
Pangus.
We really appreciate you guys watching and listening. So sayonara, senpais.